Here I am on Nearpod.com, and you can see a bunch of different things and options here for you. But what you'd like to do is if they were a student joining a session, they would simply hit here and enter that code that you're going to provide them to join the Nearpod. Otherwise, you're going to come down here to the bottom where it says create a free teacher account, or if you've already had an account, you're going to hit sign in up here. I log in with Google, so I'm going to hit this login with Google button here. It's going to automatically log me in. So once I'm logged in, you're going to notice the same 5 options that we saw earlier on the iPad. My library gives me all those Nearpods that I have downloaded or created. This is going to explore options, going to take me to the store. If I'm logged in, I can join a Nearpod and go ahead and work through that with whoever's running it. This is the best place to create Nearpods is on a computer. And then we also have the reports which we can look at and see after running a Nearpod experience. So if I go to my library, it's going to be that same looking library that you saw on the iPad, except now it's going to be in a bigger view, obviously, and I can look at things. If I want to preview one, such as this Mars one, I can hit the preview button. If I want to edit it, I can edit it. I can give a live session, and this is when I'm ready to start working on it, and that's going to give me that 5-digit code. Or I can give it student paste, and that's the option that is the paid version. So if I go back to my library, so you can search for lessons here if you'd like. You can also come to recent by any of these search categories. In the top right hand corner here, you have a shopping cart, which is going to take me to the store, and it says that I have 6 in my shopping cart, which I'll probably have to get rid of. I also have this Explore tab, which is going to take me to the store, and the store is going to look just like it did on the iPad, with top lessons, featured, top free, top paid, Tucker tape diagrams. Let's take a look at it. It's free. So I can go ahead and I can preview this if I wanted to. These are my objectives. That's my alignment, my diagrams. There's a video. There's where the video is, so I could watch that if I wanted to. Okay, so if I wanted to do that, I could add that to my library and it would download, and then or I could share it via email, social networking, a link, where I can embed that. So that's the exploring part, and then here's the create part, and this is where it gets really great on the computer. So I have 2 options here. I can add a slide manually by clicking this manually add a slide, or if I had a PowerPoint, PDF, or some sort of image, I could just simply drag it down there and that would add it to it. So let's go first by adding a slide. So when I hit add a slide, I can add content, web content, or add an activity. So when I add content, it's going to give me several options here. I have a slide editor, a slide, a video, a slideshow, virtual trip, audio file, PDF viewer, or a live tweet stream. In the live web content, I would be able to put any sort of URL in there. And then add an activity, open-ended question, poll, quiz, draw it, fill in the blanks, or a memory test. Let's go back to add content. I'm going to add a slide. I can hit save, and there's my first slide. I can go ahead and I can add another slide. I'm going to add content this time. I'm going to add let's add a video. Okay, so videos can be any of these options. I can go from my Google Drive, I can go from Dropbox, or I can go from Box, which is great. So I'm going to look for videos here. Here's one of the videos that we made for this class. Oh, too large. So small videos. This is a small video, it should work. Oh, too small. Let's try one more. Okay, so a better option is to put a YouTube video in, and then you'd be able to do that. So we learned something new today. So web content, maybe I want the kids to go to Google. Okay, so the web page was added. So there's my first slide, there's my second slide. I'm going to add another slide, and here I can add an activity, poll. Um, I'm done, I can hit save. So now I have a poll that's in there. Let me add one more type of activity for you. I'm going to add a draw it. Okay, and if I wanted to add something to kind of help spark them, I could add from those different places as well. So I can hit save there. So you can see how easy it is to start creating a Nearpod on the computer. Now that I've created something, what I can do is I need to give it a name. I'm going to call this delete me. Okay, and I can go ahead and I can create it. I can give it tags, I can give it a grade level. I'm going to say 5th. I'm going to say other subject. And I'm going to hit create. So now this presentation is going to go into my library. Here it is right here. If I'm ready, I can give a live session. I can edit it if I wanted to, or I can give it at a student pace. So that's one way of creating a Nearpod from scratch using the different activities that we have.